Am I the astronaut for wanting to break up with my boyfriend because of his behavior over Christmas or any holiday? My boyfriend 28 and I 29 because of his Christmas plans this year. It was a weird line, but okay, press on, we will. We've had issues last year and broke up for around 8 months. When we got back together, I told him multiple times all I wanted for Christmas or holidays was to not be the way they were before. Last year, I spent it completely alone, crying, and I did not receive a single gift from anyone. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this for that. I got myself something to pretend it was from my mom. We've been dating for around 3 years now, so imagine my hurt and shock when he tells me he's not going to spend Christmas with me this year. He's going to go on a road trip to Georgia, to his mom's, to be with her. He did not tell me, he did not invite me, he did not speak to me about it. I'm genuinely so hurt. Last year, I was not even invited to Christmas because his mom doesn't like me, and I have no idea what she's told the rest of his family, but she's convinced them to dislike me as well. I'm never invited to birthdays, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. He always goes, so it feels like he puts them first and never fights for me. It wouldn't have been so hard to digest had he at least talked to me about it. When I told him about my hurt and asked why weren't my feelings considered, he blew up on how earlier this year I prevented us from going on vacation due to some health problems and emergency surgery, which led to financial issues for a couple of months. Yet shame on you for that. He just wanted to go on vacation, which ultimately made me feel so much guilt I decided to forget my feelings. I'll cope. But our relationship is slowly declining. He doesn't cuddle or kiss, and we aren't intimate. It's so miserable, and now he's told me that if I love him, I won't get him anything for Christmas, even though he's letting all of his family members buy him stuff. This guy's confusing. Anytime I try to ask questions, he won't speak and says it's uncomfortable. He's even asked me not to send TikToks that are cute or sweet because they're uncomfortable. Am I an asshole for wanting to leave and break things off? I feel so unloved, unheard, and unwanted, and I cry every single day. I just don't think I can continue to be with someone who won't offer affection, and I don't feel wanted. I just can't imagine living this way for another year or 5 or 10, etc. Let's go ahead and make this determination right now. You're absolutely not the astronaut for wanting to leave. I think it's really interesting the way that you closed this and said, am I an asshole for wanting to leave and break things off? And then said, I feel so unloved, unheard, and unwanted, and I cry every single day. Every day that you choose to stay in this relationship is a day that you're choosing to feel that way again. And I know the unknown of being alone is very uncomfortable, and that prevents a lot of people from jumping out and taking the leap, and they stay in the comfortable hell that they're in right now. But I tell you, whenever you make the decision to break free from the misery that you feel like you're locked in right now, the biggest thing that you're going to gain is choice. Because when it's just you can decide how your day goes. You decide how you're going to feel by having the choice to be able to define your actions for that day. You get so much choice that you regain control of your life. And right now you feel out of control and you feel like a victim of the situation. You don't have to stay here. There's absolutely no reason for you to stay in this relationship right now. Like what positive things is this relationship bringing to your life at all right now?
Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder.
So this story, this was the first time I've actually heard this story. I haven't read it before, which is a first for me. But she said, ultimately made me feel so much guilt, and I had decided to forget my feelings. I'll cope. You can't just forget your feelings. You have to work through your feelings. So I feel like taking that into your next relationship, knowing that if you feel something, you got to work through it either by yourself or with someone else. But you can't just push stuff down and hope it never comes to the surface, because it's always going to boil over. But yeah, this relationship is dead in the water. Get the out. It's done.
So the levels that you talk about are
frustration, which leads to resentment, which leads to indifference. And I mean, this guy seems indifferent about this girl. Like if he's not intimate with you, if he doesn't cuddle you, if he doesn't show you that he loves you, I feel like most guys, women are very complex in our emotions and our feelings. And guys can be too, but I feel like if they love you, they're going to show you that they love you. And if he's not doing those things, then you need to figure out why, or you need to end the relationship. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. It's if someone wants to be with you, they'll be with you. And if someone doesn't want to be with you, they'll not be with you, and they'll prove it either way.
Right.
He's proven it. He's at every turn choosing to not be with you.
Right.
And choosing to make you feel bad about having feelings in the first place. So I don't know if it's just like convenience, but you're not intimate now. So I don't know what he's gaining from this either, unless he's just a coward and wants to be out of the relationship, but wants you to make the decision. And that could be
yes, for sure,
completely possible, because there are a lot of people who do shit like that.
Yeah, if he's a mama's boy and he's lazy in any way, he's probably looking for you to end the relationship because
I just don't understand it. Like what does that accomplish?
Him not having to do it, him not having to change is hard. So making that change is going to be, it takes effort to end a relationship. It's not easy to make something go away. Like it's hard no matter what.
If let's assume that he's cowardly, just trying to force you into making the decision yourself. Is that so that he can be the victim of this situation here and be the one who was broken up with? Or, I mean, because the picture that he's painted to his family, and OP even says here, I don't know what his mom has said to the rest of the family to make them not like me. Well, what is your boyfriend here said to mom to make her not like you? Because the story that he's painting to her right now is where all of this is going, right? I mean, that's whatever he's telling her is what got her mind made up about not liking you in the first place. So it's the way that he's presented you to everybody to this point.
Yeah, the way he talks about her to other people is not in a loving way. So she says, and this is a follower, but says, I feel so unloved, unheard, and unwanted. Also that too, but unwanted, and I cry every single day. There are worse things than being alone, and I think you covered that. And this is one of those things. To be in a loveless relationship is much worse than being by yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to work on your feelings and not just shove them down and leave this guy.
Right.
If that's what he wants, leave him and walk away. Give yourself a Christmas present and get the F out.